Good morning, or good afternoon, or even good evening, depending on where you are. It's Wednesday, January 28th, 2026, and we revolutionized our lives with a space heater, and it is amazing and safe, but boy, waking up to be able to warm our room a little bit, our bedroom, so it wasn't just absolutely ice cold. I think it was 6 degrees Fahrenheit this morning when we woke up, so it was just incredible to be able to get out of bed and feel like we're not needing to put on a wool outfit just to get out of bed. So our insulation is not great in this building. It's just not that great, and we've got some leakage through the air conditioning unit of air, and so I need to get that fixed because I can tell it's creating a lot of inefficiency. But for now, just so grateful to have a little bit of warmth. And crazy in our world. So much craziness, but also so much goodness in my life and the people that I know. And so we're going to hold all of that at the same time. 50 days until the beginning of spring, which is unbelievable. It feels so far out. I look at the window, there's snow piled up. There's, below freezing temperatures and more coming this weekend. I'm hearing or reading. But it's all going to pass very, very soon. And in the meantime, thinking a lot about, growth and what that looks like this year. Just a little trivia before I get into that. This day in 1986, a day I shall not forget ever. And I forgot that it was January. But on this day, the Space Shuttle Challenger exploded shortly after takeoff, killing all 7 crew members, including teacher Krista McAuliffe. And gosh, I'll just never forget it. 11 years old. I'm in school. And a little, I think we were in Corvallis, Oregon at the time. And I just remember running to the library where they had, TVs on those big wheeled metal structures that you could wheel around into the classrooms, and there it was. They kept playing it over and over again. And then I remember that speech that President Reagan gave, Slip the Surly Bonds speech, which was Peggy Noonan wrote that. It was just so beautifully written. Those moments. I mean, I remember my mother talking about John F. Kennedy being shot, and she had a similar memory to that moment of just national shock, where the whole country sort of is shocked together and mourns together. And, those are the sort of nostalgic moments that we long for these days, and unfortunately things have to get very, very bad for people to mourn together. 9/11 was a brief period of mourning together, being angry together. And then the divisiveness that is intentionally stoked. People intentionally stoke the division. They make money from it. They get power from it. It's as old as time. Just got to read a little bit of history. But yeah, I'll never forget that, 1986. All right. Business-wise, what's going on, and life-wise, I suppose, is it's so exciting to be building a new business again, because one of the things that I'm able to do is go, okay, let's look at the last one and previous businesses before that. What went well? What didn't go well? How do you want to change the reality this time? And in order to change the reality, you have to do something that you didn't do before. So it may not be natural. It may not feel like a habit. It may not feel, comfortable. It may be easier just to kind of do the same things that you've always done, lean in on your strengths and kind of let certain things go and whatever. This time, it's really great to be very intentional. So right now I'm designing my schedule. I'm designing my week, my time blocks, what I'm going to use time for. And I'm going to design it in a way that works for me, that doesn't throw me under the bus, meaning doesn't prevent me from having enough time to go to the gym or read or go get a coffee with someone. I can already see, as busy as I'm getting, that is getting harder. And so being highly productive in a shorter window of time to keep my schedule, optimized for my own joy and health and good thinking is going to be absolutely critical to success as I scale, because this thing is scaling. I mean, it's growing, and I'm afraid. I'm honestly a little bit nervous. I think there's always a little bit of self-doubt, but I'm also super excited because this is how I build the business that is a business that can be ultimately, eventually, semi-independent from me, meaning I could go away for 2 weeks and the business will still operate, and then I come back. So it's going to be a lot of work. I think this entire year is going to be dedicated to building the systems into the business for independence, scalability, and really high efficiency, so that my life doesn't get swallowed by it, so that it feeds my life and doesn't become a vampire to my life. And I'm really excited to have another chance. Every time you start with a fresh canvas, the painter has learned, but the canvas is empty. And now I can take those colors and those brushes and choose how to refine my approach to this beautiful painting that I'm painting with great intention and hopefully a little bit more wisdom. So what that requires is being willing also to stop right now and take some significant blocks of time to focus on the business rather than in it, and do the planning, do the audit of my time, and automate, bring in help, and be very intentional about my workflow. And the experience that I want to create, not just for my customer, but the experience I want to create for me. It has to be a win-win, because win-lose, meaning me throwing myself onto the street, under the bus, under the train track, or on the train track, I should say. Under the train track is actually safer. But onto the train track means I'm going to get run over. And then eventually the client might be happy in the beginning, but then the client's not happy because I'm not happy. So it has to be mutually, growth inspiring and mutually healthy in a sense. And seeing every client interaction as a collaboration on that front, I think, is a really great way of doing it. So I'm really excited to put the intention into this business from the beginning on every level, and see what comes out of that. I think it's going to be pretty great. All right, I'm going to leave it there. What could you do with a little more intention and planning to make your life that much more built for you, for joy, for happiness, for health, and of course for financial success? Have a great day. Thank you for listening. Please be good to yourself and others, and we will check back again with you tomorrow. Bye-bye for now.